Necrons.
Whoa, that's not Votan.
No. Shift to the meta. You know?
Shifted to meta.
You know what? I was gonna say you're a little behind in the meta, but fucking 18 rates are still disgusting. So.
Well, I don't own any of those.
Oh, well, okay, you're behind in the meta.
Yeah. You got no worries. No, it's just what was that the starter set for Marines versus Necron?
Is it Indominus?
Yep.
Or...
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah, it's basically like 2 of those with a smattering of some other shit. So.
Did you just pick those up, or you had them for a long time?
No, I have a buddy I used to play years and years ago with. He got back into 40K, so he bought into that box. He plays Blood Angels, but he didn't have anybody to split the Necrons with, so he was just he just had them, never did anything with them, and then he got the new Leviathan box, and he's a little bit more into Tyranids, so he asked if I wanted to trade any Tyranids for these Necrons, and I said yeah, that's no big deal.
Word.
He just took a bunch of my excess stuff.
Sounds like a win-win.
Yeah, so now I have a Necron army.
No big deal.
Yeah.
Are you planning to collect all the Xenos armies?
I part of me thought about it.
You must be almost there by now.
I'm missing orcs, but you all know how much I want to play orcs. And then I have a little bit of Dark Eldar, because I thought about making a Ynnari kind of list.
You had Dark Eldar years ago, didn't you?
Yeah, Darren has them all now.
Yeah.
And then what other Xenos factions are there? I think that's it.
Gene Stealers.
I have Gene Stealer cults.
Tau.
Tau.
I do not have Tau. However,
You did have Tau for a minute.
I did have Tau during 6th edition. And so I told Kyle, I told him about wanting to do a strictly 3D printed Tau army.
Oh yeah, I forgot you have a 3D
Piper, right? Piper makes.
Piper, yeah.
Yeah,
Piper
dude.
makes.
Dude, those STLs.
What?
They're
Yeah.
so
I'm
good.
not familiar.
It's like the way you'd wish Tau ought to look, you know? That's my
Yeah.
opinion. It looks really good.
I actually don't want to.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
don't look at them when I start wanting them.
I think that would be the route I take for Tau. So yeah, I just honestly need to get orcs.
Orcs is a commitment, man. You gotta be all in on orcs.
Yeah,
Orcs is
I
a
agree.
lifestyle. I don't know if you're about that life.
I don't know if I am either. I'm a little worried. I'm
it's a massive collection. It's Space Marine size. If you're going orcs, you gotta, I don't know.
Gun it.
Yeah, and orc players have a different mentality. I don't know.
Yeah, look at Mr. Orc player in our group.
Yeah, they're all a little, they're a little different.
They're a little off.
Yeah.
I mean, anything's possible. If you
I
want it
can't
that
see
bad,
you
can get
standing. I can't see you standing at a table and yelling "wog."
Yeah.
But I wouldn't.
Yeah.
See, I don't know. That's a prerequisite.
Is
You're
it?
gonna break people's
Yeah.
hearts if you don't.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about them.
Yeah.
What I want.
Yeah. I don't know if you're cut out for it. I don't
This
think
is-
you're cut out for that life.
Bullshit.
You sound like a hater. I feel like a hater. Armin.
Yeah.
Let the man dream.
Listen, I'm just honest. Sometimes you just gotta tell people, right?
What? So you trying to tell me that I'm a Necron player?
Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah. Necrons was my first like full army. Original 3rd edition Necrons was like my first, like years and years ago. I think it was like 1,500 points was like an army.
Cool. I remember that. What's your phase out number?
Yeah, seriously. I remember that happened. Like, so I went to my first like event. I think it was like 13 or 14, and the guy's like, "Yeah, what's your phase out number?" And me as a kid, I'm like, "What do you mean?
What's a phase out number?"
Yeah. He's like, "Oh, it's like the Necron rule." I'm like, "Is it?"
Is it?
He's like, "Yeah, here, I'll show you." And he's like, "Where's your Codex?" And I'm like, "Codex?"
I actually ordered the new Chaos Codex. It's probably
You
like,
shill.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm as anti-Codex as the next person, but the Chaos Codex I liked to like
Collect.
yeah, kinda, honestly. Like it's I've had them for so long that it's like when this one comes out, I'm like, it's like they grudgingly, you know, yeah, I buy it.
For the record, I'm just messing around. I know
I do with
a collector of. If you have all the codexes, I kind of feel I understand. I understand what you're probably feeling. You're like, shit.
Yeah,
You
I
gotta
do.
catch 'em all.
I buy the Tyranid book every time it comes out. Like, I bought the last edition Tyranid book. I didn't even play Tyranid in 9th.
I even and like I think I've even stated maybe as recently as last week. Like I'm not really a collector's edition guy, but I saw the collector's edition Chaos thing, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I didn't do it because I'm like, no, like that's stupid. It's probably like, why, you know? But especially because I use them, it's not like a.
Yeah.
Well, they're never worth anything, anyways. But
No, you're just. I bought the. What the fuck was it? The Death Guard one, which Tavish has, and I only bought that for the little coins.
Yeah.
Because like they're like objectives. I was like, oh, I didn't have those pads. I was like, I'll just use these as objectives. They're pretty neat.
Well, I think you have to only get it from Games Workshop, and that's kind of the deal breaker for me. Is the like my belief in supporting small business and local trumps my need to have this, and I didn't. Yeah, it was like it wasn't like a huge need. I was like, I can take it or leave it, but then I don't think I think they're GW Direct only. Because our local guy who just started up put the pre-orders out into the Discord, and it wasn't something on his pre-order option, so I was like, nope.
Never mind.
Yep. Gotta try to support that.
That's
it's
the right
commendable.
attitude, man. Yeah. Hell yeah. You gotta keep
mean,
your friendly
prior-
local store alive, you know? It's important.
Well,
Yeah.
prior to our current friendly local store, we didn't have a friendly local store.
Exactly, right? And it's been, I don't know.
I mean, not for the lack
it's,
of effort.
That's exactly why. There was a
I
lack of
think it might
effort.
have actually lack of effort.
You think so? Well, whose fault though? Whose fault is it really? Like you?
Not
wanna-
ours.
you wanna
Store
support-
owners.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's their lack of effort.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's sorry. I thought you were saying they didn't try. And like,
Oh yeah, we didn't try hard enough giving more
That's
money.
exactly what happened. Is they didn't try.
Hell yeah.
Ah, shit. Exacto knives are sharp. Watch out.
Oh, dude. That's
Fun
a
fact.
good tip.
Fucking who knew?
Pro tip right there. Knives are sharp.
So Tavish, when you get your hands on this Night Lord's kit, I think you'll like it.
Oh yeah.
My
Why?
only complaint, it's the pieces that you get are are really nice. My only complaint is that I wish there was a few more of them. So you get
So you can spread the love.
yeah, you get more than enough heads, and you get the right amount of shoulder pads, but you get like one cool icon banner, and you get one cool heavy weapon, and a really cool chainsword. Then you get a plain chainsword with a Night Lord's emblem, and like a cool venom dripping dagger and a pistol, and then 2 accursed weapons. So that kits out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 guys uniquely
Compared
and
to a
then, like,
legionary.
yeah, and then they give you one cool cloak, one cool body piece, and a couple of skin covered shoulder pads. So you can really like you can make, I would say you can make 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 really like unique guys, but then the rest of them are just getting heads and shoulder pads. So I wish
Head and
they had
shoulders.
made it. Yeah, so I wish they'd maybe given you enough to, if you spread it out, like give every single guy something unique,
Yeah.
even if it is just the chainsword. So at Kiefer's had a really good idea. So what I've done is I've kitted out 5 guys very uniquely, and then actually, so 4 guys really unique, 5 guys, but I'm putting 4 of them on foot as like a legionary squad, and then I'm making 5 Raptors with the other ones, and then saving some of the unique bits, so like the sergeant of the Raptors will look
Extra
unique.
spicy.
Yeah, so you know. Though the only problem is I have them equipped with double accursed weapons, and you can't do that anymore.
For the Raptor squad, like the sergeant.
Yeah, you can't put them with double accursed weapons anymore.
So basically, no double
Lame.
lightning claws. Yeah, that's super lame.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do it anyways. Just be like, yeah, the guy with 2 accursed weapons really only has 1. It won't be a big conversation, you know.
Yeah. He always strikes the same spot, you know? Like
I
a Wolverine
used
type
to-
maneuver.
I used to be like very, very big on WYSIWYG, but what I've noticed is that instead of magnetizing everything, I'll put the special weapon on there now, and then if they don't have it, I just don't draw attention to it, and nobody ever asks.
Yeah.
So, and then if I do pay for it, like, well, in old editions, this is more applicable, right? It's like, oh yeah, like the guy with the Melta has a Melta, and then it's like, oh, does he have a Melta? No, I didn't pay for it, and nobody ever cares, you know?
Yeah.
That's valid.
It's kind of like I used to watch Tabletop Tactics a lot, and they'd always be like, "Oh yeah, that plasma pistol's not there," and I'm like, "Why do you tell us? We can't tell from like you just don't even need to point it out. It's a waste of a sentence because we can't tell that plasma pistol isn't a bolt pistol while we're, you know, quite often have it on in the background, right?"
I can tell.
True. I mean, don't they do close-ups? I haven't watched one of their battle reports in forever, actually.
I haven't either. I don't watch many battle reports anymore.
I watched their old world one like a couple days ago.
Oh yeah, they're covering Old World, eh?
Hell yeah, because it's the best.
Oh, do you know what I'm gonna do? If you're gonna come over for a game, I'm gonna get out my dwarves so you can identify them for me, and I can sell them while it's hot.
You got it. What up, Day Morales?
I just saw that as well. What is up? We're just chilling.
What up?
Just chilling. I'm working on a banner.
You don't say.
I do say.
Can I just point out how much Kiefer loves banners?
Banners are very important. The game needs more banners.
He is a fan of a flag. It's prideful.
Were you ever on that show, Fun with Flags?
Were you?
I never heard of that show in my life.
Oh, it's run by Sheldon Cooper.
Wait, what the
Are
fuck?
you like a real big time Big Bang Theory fan or something? What is this? What is happening? This is like the second time you brought this up.
You don't have to be a Big Bang like fanatic to know that fact.
Oh,
That character.
sounds like you're downplaying. It's okay. We'll move on.
Moving on.
Yeah. So on Sunday, I was really excited to see Chaos Codex is being previewed this week for pre-order for this coming weekend. And then today, I was like blue balled because there's no mention at all about Chaos Space Marine anything.
No,
Very disappointing.
It's a real under the radar Codex release.
I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign.
I don't know. I'm gonna say let's all hold our bated breaths.
It's been really weird. Like when they announced it, there was very little fanfare.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know.
The old
Yeah,
Chaos Marines are coming back, and no one's pumped about it, I guess.
I know the focus is on.
it's just so
Sigma right
strange.
now. Yeah, but it is strange.
They're one of the most popular factions. Like they put all this hype into Tau, and it, flop fest. But
Was it?
yeah, well, the Codex is pretty mediocre in comparison. So yeah, I don't know.
It seems pretty
Like, I
strong,
mean,
though.
And their sales, like the Croup box did not sell well.
Oh. I mean, Croup isn't the focal point. That's you buying a FOMO box just to get the Codex a little bit earlier.
That you can't use anyways.
That you can't use anyways. I honest to God don't know why, but that Croup box is not like indicative, because Croup is not. There are people that like Croup, and there are people that wish Croup never existed. Croup are not everyone's favorite part of the Tau Codex. But the Chaos one is weird to me for the same reasons that you're talking about. That like it didn't get a lot of hype, I guess. But like look at how pathetic their what was it? Was it like Adepticon or whatever event it was that they're like showing off their like Chaos is coming, and what do they show? They show 2 Chaos Lords. One of which is the jump pack one.
Yeah, that one sucks. So I re-looked at their box sets today because I'm like, those box sets are usually very good value in GW money, but I'm like, for me to get any of those boxes with a large, admittedly large Chaos collection, I'd be only getting triples of units. Like there's no value there unless
I don't think those boxes are designed for you anymore. You're past those box sets.
Yeah, but usually I don't know, there's something newisher, I don't know. It's the only new thing.
Jump pack Lord, you're not excited to rebuy the unit you would have had access to if they didn't take it away? It's crazy.
Well,
you're
that model is so uninspired. All I have to do is take my regular Space Marine, put him on a Hero Rock, and put a jump pack on him.
Yeah.
I don't disagree.
I
hate that he's box locked. It's so rude.
I don't mind the Terminator Lord. Like I'll pick him up eventually, but the jump pack one is really a really uninspired model.
Yeah.
Well, he's just standing there T-posing. At least with the war gear they previewed in that one picture.
Well, he's got the exact same torso as one of the regular Marines.
Sounds
with the knife, in the exact same position. Like they've literally just like grafted a Hero Rock. It's really, really uninspired.
However, 8 detachments. That sounds pretty good.
I think they said 8 new. It might even be 9.
Holy crap! That does bode confidence. That's pretty good.
Maybe the word bearers
Maybe.
get what they want.
Maybe get some demonkin detachment. That'd be cool. I took the word bearers out for a spin this weekend. It was pretty cool.
I
How'd
think
they
they
go?
did.
Who'd you play against?
I played against our favorite orc player in our group. I played against that Green Tide.
Oh my goodness! How'd that go?
It was quite an ordeal.
Did you kill anything?
I killed a few. The Disco Lord is really bad into vehicles, which I learned by throwing him at a truck. But then later in the game, it was pretty useful to have such a mobile piece that's able to epic challenge and take out the doctors in a giant boys squad. And then some Khorne legionaries were able to kill the boys, actually.
Oh, that's good.
So the Disco Lord, I mean, I know he's not a popular take, right? He's kind of out of favor, but...
No, he's
was
doo-doo.
last edition.
Well, how dare you call him dude? You know what? He epic challenged a doctor and a war boss and killed both. So put that in your pipe.
I'm interested to see if he gets like the Squig Boss Rider treatment, where he can go into a squad.
With what, like bikers?
I don't know.
I don't think he's gonna get that.
I doubt it.
I don't know.
Because the precedent is there for the Squig Boss. The precedent is not there for the Disco Lord.
Yeah, there's no bestial like riding mounted unit, right? Like demon engine riders.
You might, at the bare minimum, because I know what you kind of want. You want him to not be fucking shot like outright.
Yeah.
He might get like blown up next to vehicles or something.
Yeah, maybe. That's more likely, I think.
And there's likely not going to be any new units, really. Like they were leaked, like the amount of units in the Codex doesn't like indicate there's going to be a whole bunch of new units, kind of thing.
Probably stuff taken away. That was more like it.
Yeah, well, they were trying to see if we'd lose bikers, so we know we're gaining that cultist character, so there's the same amount of units or one less, and I think they figure we'll lose. Well, people are predicting bikers, but there was something else I can't remember.
I would be shocked if Huron is still in there.
Yeah, so we're gonna lose Huron, Lucius, and Noise Marines. That's 3.
Yeah.
And then there's only one
Antiquities,
less.
right?
And no, I don't think so.
Really?
I'm not-
Isn't he
I'm not-
part of the Emperor's Children?
Who?
Lucius.
file?
Which guy did you say? Lucius, yeah.
He said
No,
Fabius.
Fabius won't, because Fabius is his own thing. In
Oh.
30K, in the past, he was the Emperor's Children apothecary, but now he's just his own fucking gobbledygoo fucking guy.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he's become his own man.
I am become Legion. Yeah, so like I don't think he'll get something, but he might.
So weird. If you're like an Emperor's Children purist, then you enjoyed running Lucius, and it's kind of like you have 2 named characters almost with Bile. Like,
Yeah.
No, you can't because they're separated.
Yeah.
So weird.
It is weird, but I mean,
It is what it is.
yeah. I mean, they wanted this weird like Mad Doctor for Chaos. So.
Doesn't even do apothecary things, does he? Can you put a guy back in a unit?
No.
No, he was always an enhancement.
How
like you.
embarrassing. Kind of.
Well,
he
that's
stopped,
not. He
he stopped
not
his
about
medical
that.
practice long ago. Okay, you gotta fucking let that go.
He's not about helping.
I suppose that's a way you could look at it. I just
know
see
about
these.
the-
I see
the
these
harm.
roles
He's a
that
harmist.
Chaos should have. Like they should have an apothecary.
Chaos, I don't think should have an
You
apothecary.
don't think so? I feel like
No,
that job
'cause
is
they don't-
vital for any Space Marine chapter.
They don't-
Heretic.
They don't care about their gene seed anymore. That's why they go
Yeah,
with
they
the
do.
whole...
They have to.
It depends on. Yeah, like the Alpha Legion and the Night Lords are like really Night Lord.
So the
really
two
depend on-
losers that don't accept any sort of demonic, like enhancement, they're the ones that want apothecaries. You guys can stay over
Losers.
there and pretend like you're baby space marines, and the
And
rest
shut
of
your
the
whore
rest of the
mouth.
cool kids over here will follow armless Abaddon and fail like another 13 Black Crusades.
Okay, so honest question. How does like the gene seed do they just grow more? Do they have like a farm?
They
No.
do grow. They grow people. They just take people and grow them into a fucking space marine. That's the whole Dim and Kulaba thing.
They need the gene seeds.
Yeah,
They don't need. They really don't anymore.
Like logistically, like you just can't function. We just don't talk about it, but I feel like any Chaos Space Marine chapter, any Space Marine chapter, would need.
Listen, a lot of them are just veterans of a really long war. You know, they're still the same dudes from all those years ago.
And then when they die, what happens? There's no one there to recover the gene seed.
And it's just a dying battle.
Okay.
Honest to God, though, at no point do they make it like they want to get their gene seed, except for I'm sure there's some current 40k lore where some Night Lord guy or some Alpha Legion guy wants to keep that line going, but realistically, they don't.
It's certainly a useful plot, like event in a novel, to just kind of have some goal or objective that you need for that particular story, right?
Sure.
So I could see what Army is talking about, where in this particular story, an Alpha Legion or Night Lord group is like, the gene seed is so important.
In the Night Lords books, there was I'm like I said, I can't ever trust my recollection, but I seem to remember there was a priority in maintaining and collecting their gene seed.
Sure. I mean, especially with those legionaries that don't rely on demons.
It does make sense.
Yeah, I think there's also a concern about the gene seed being corrupted or whatever. So the more the warband is like drinking this chaos soup.
I feel like that ship has already sailed. Especially with that Night Lord's kill team.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, so sorry, Travis, you're making a point that it's more.
I think it just depends on what kind of warband your story's about. If it's a more pirate-based one, or more, like a renegade kind of chaos warband, or like a
even
chaos
a Space Marine
worshipping
one.
Yep.
My understanding, like, there are Chaos Space Marines that are not veterans of the Long War, and that's been referenced in more than one book I've read. But
yeah,
to my understanding, they still came from harvested gene seed.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my point is I feel like the role of an apothecary is vital for the function of any transhuman force that's gene seed based.
Except when it's not.
Yeah, because
I don't know. I've only read
don't talk about
one 40k Chaos Space Marine series, and they had an apothecary.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, because
I don't know if that's like a common character amongst the Army. Do you know if the Alpha Legion books have an apothecary type character?
Yeah, they have.
What's his name?
I don't remember.
Alfarius. What do you think?
What do you think? That's so fucking rude.
That's
funny. It's funny as
And the only reason I bring up the demon focus side is strictly because of Hanzo.
Yeah,
Hanzo does not. He has Imperial Fist gene seed placed in him. He's not a proper type of Marine. Like he's completely like demonically infused, plus mixed with necrodermis. Like he's a fucking stupid character. But those are like the type of things that are going on now. Like Huron Blackheart doesn't utilize apothecaries. He's just what he has is what he has from when he was an Astral Claw. and he just keeps it going. And then he'll raid. He'll get other people that show up and join his pirate crew.
Yeah.
'Cause he wants
Yeah,
to be
No,
king
he does have
pirates.
he's apothecaries, at least in the book I read.
Does he? I don't remember.
They have
I
to,
don't-
man.
but
Or else how
They
do
were
they
like
even-
side characters in that book.
How do they
I've
even
also-
do the apotheosis surgeries? Like, you need an apothecarium and an apothecary to do all that shit. Unless it's like you evolve like Pokemon if you're a Chaos Space Marine. Like, I don't understand otherwise.
In one of the books I read, they were raiding whatever chapter's gene seed farm. Like their specific target was stealing the gene seed.
It's a
Right.
cool objective, I can see that. I feel like I've heard that referenced on
Yeah.
the interwebs.
Actually, I think that's a common, isn't it? They do that in Lord of Silence too, right? I actually read that
Pretty
book.
sure. Pretty sure they're doing it's a common objective because they're so depleted. They need to steal a gene seed.
Like gummy bears.
And then I don't know. They just eat it. They just tell the recruits to eat it if they don't have an apothecary. Does it become a space
They-
marine here?
Yeah, they eat the gene seed like little gummy bears. Like they gotta get them, eat them, put them in their belly.
It's like,
Oh my gummy bear.
the world building,
fuck.
the world building guy in me wants to get to the bottom of this, but it feels like they don't want to confirm they do, and they don't want to confirm they don't.
I just the problem I have with this notion on both of our sides, like all of us collectively, is none of you can remember a fucking apothecary's name. So
Well, to
clearly
be
it doesn't
fair, I
fucking
can't
matter.
remember- To be
Yeah.
You can
fair,
barely
I can't
remember like your characters in your army.
I don't even remember. Yeah, I don't even remember the custom names I've given my own guys, let alone a book I read 3 years ago. So
Well, I don't see what.
I don't remember any Space Marine apothecaries names either, though.
Yeah, I'm just talking from a world building perspective. The roles and jobs of the chapter. Like for Chaos, I get it; it's intentionally vague, and there is an argument, like from a game tabletop point of view, like you want this Chaos Space Marines to be different than the Loyalists, right?
Yeah.
So I understand that, but it feels to me you gotta have apothecaries to function in lore. And if you want to keep them off the tabletop because they don't want to risk battle damage, like yeah, fine. They're too important, whatever. Or maybe they just evolve like through chaos magic. You become a Chaos Space Marine.
I distinctly remember that in a storyline of recent, like for recent.
Well,
40K.
if that's how it works, then my world building questions are solved. That is the answer.
I want to say that was in what was it Arcs of Omen? I want to say it's part of Arcs of Omen that they like explored this topic of like they magically like sprouted space marines.
is that what Crawl did? Call.
Yeah. Call kept them in fucking jars for the last like 10,000 years or whatever.
Yeah, but it's still the classic method plus a few extra steps. Plus,
Was it just cloning? Like, wasn't it just all like cloned?
I don't think they're all cloned. There's definitely stories in Dawn of Fire of one of the guys where he was abducted as a child, like taken the old way.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Dawn of Fire, I have not even remotely read anything for. So
I wouldn't recommend it. I don't think it's worth. I'm just kind of on it, so I'll keep doing it, but
yeah, that's fair.
kind of interesting. It's kind of sort of interesting.
Night Lords have a unique apothecary.
Oh?
Like a 30K
Yeah,
character?
From 30K. Modrim Lancei High.
How did the fuck you look that up? There's
did
no
look it
way
up.
you remember that. Okay.
I remember that he existed.
All right. Well, credit where credit is due.
How would I remember that fucking name of all things? I
I
just
don't
remember
know.
he's like a atypical fucking like serial killer doctor. Like He's all like scalpels and bone saws, and he's like nobody wants to utilize him as an apothecary because he's fucking weird.
Nice.
Yeah, so I remember him. I want to say Sons of Horus had one.
Plasma or Melta? I'm thinking plasma, maybe.
You know, if you like glow-in-the-dark stuff, definitely plasma.
I never put... I typically don't put plasma on things, so I was thinking... On a Raptor, plasma seems cool. Yeah, plasma, because I'm going to do plasma pistols, too, yeah.
Oh, you like
You can
drop down John Woo Gat Gat?
Well, they're mostly going to drop down and, press buttons, but every once in a while, you never know.
Look out.
You can give them 2 plasma pistols, so if I'm going plasma route, I like to kind of just keep it the same. It makes it, like, I find, like, when I'm equipping a squad, if I give them a job, it makes it easier on the battlefield to use them. I'm not like, oh, he's got his melted. I want to get his melted near a vehicle, but his plasma near... No, it's just they drop down. They do their singular focused job.
And then you go from there.
Which is obviously to force leadership checks, right? It's obviously what the Raptors are for.
I mean, like, that can... Like, I know you're being a little teasy, but if you play into that, it can be good.
I could see
Can
it.
be.
I could see it.
Like, if you had some way to force it, like the Raptors drop down, and then you hit them with, like, theoretically, if Chaos had a whirlwind or something, and you could force that battle check.
Well,
Battle shock
funnily
check?
enough, like it did come up against in my game on Sunday against the Green Tide, right? The Disco Lord can force battle shock tests and
Oh,
sorry, no, he forces a leadership test to a vehicle, and if it fails, it can't shoot, which wasn't the biggest deal against a Green Tide list, but against against a Gladiator, that's huge, right? So if you have leadership,
if you give it
modifiers,
-1, yeah.
that is all the more likely. Like, so there's something there, to your point.
Yeah, it's massive.
Hey, you can't shoot your Gladiator's turbo laser. Like,
Yeah,
feels bad, man.
feels big bad.
I think it'd be a lot better if, like, leadership wasn't where it is right now in terms of its numbers. Honest to God, I think
more.
leadership needs to go 1 pip. Was it down? You gotta get higher than it or lower than it?
You
gotta get
roll
higher.
Higher. So you want it to be.
If you want it to be
1.
harder, yeah, they'd all go up 1.
So what's a Space Marine? A 6?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if it was a 7 for a Space Marine and then like a 9 for a Guardsman, I think it'd be more.
Oof, you'd
meaningful.
fail all the time.
But the thing is, the failure isn't a loss of the unit. The failure is the loss of utility.
Wow, it can be. Yeah,
it
it
can
depends
be.
on. Yeah.
Hold on. It can be if you want to retreat, but the unit is still there. It's not like
The
before
OC.
where you're going to lose.
Models. Yep.
Yeah,
Models.
but like you're like, oh, I've got 10 guardsmen on here, 20 OC.
Yeah.
I towed on my cultist, force a leadership check, stole the objective.
Yeah.
That's massive.
How else do you counterplay against these sort of? This is the problem with the orcs right now. Chew through 120 boys that are fucking OC a trillion.
Also,
if you force some leaderships a little more often, but leaderships aren't reliable.
Yeah, that's an interesting point.
they might be. So Abaddon, to get his free CP now, I was looking at the data sheet, and he has to roll 7+ to get his free CP when it used to be on a 2-up.
Wait, this is a leaked data sheet?
Yeah, it was in the video.
Oh,
So they
gotcha.
showed his video. I screenshotted it.
That's my bad for not watching their video. Oh well.
The other reason I bring it up is like armies that do utilize like a leadership mechanic, like Tyranids, for example. Like Shadows in the Warp is more or less like fucking negligible unless you just roll bad, like across the board.
Yeah, but when you do,
And
it's massive.
sure, but all it's doing is making you OC 0, which yeah, it can swing me a turn. It can swing me...
No, it does more than that depending on your army. I was watching the game, a team tournament between Lennon and Team USA captain. I can't remember his name right now. And he was playing Thousand Suns, and he shadowed and warped him. And he failed a whole bunch, and then when they're battle shocked, they don't generate magic points, so he couldn't do anything he wanted to do. Whatever the Thousand Suns currency's called. Yeah, the Cabal points.
I've brought this up before though, is if you roll and succeed, my army ability did nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm
versus what is your trait in whatever your Space Marines? You just -1 to hit. It's just always active.
Yeah, but you could roll and hit, and my army trait did nothing too.
But mine
I
is
also run into. Like,
mine is a once per game. Force your army to roll a bunch of leadership.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not swingy, and I'm not saying it's like super good. I think it's.
Yeah, I think
it's it's swingy. Yeah.
Well, you're also comparing detachment rules versus army rules, right? So a more fair comparison is Oaths of Moment, and I think then Melon's point's more clear.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Oh, so that's the problem with army rules and your detachment abilities. Is I never know which one is which. Right. But either way, that one, the Tyranid one, is a once per game. Roll a bunch of dice for every single unit in your army. Sometimes I can make a very critical thing become OC0. And then other times I make something completely useless not even fail it. Like I played Baby Seal. Baby Seal rolled all of his and which, by the way, because he's playing Black Templar, and I said, "Hey, I have Shadows in the Warp." He's like, "I'm going to pick the better leadership." So even right then and there, I'm like, "Oh, okay, great." So he didn't fail anything, and then I played Mr. OMZ, and he failed 1 on a unit of Jackals. The rest of his army passed. So it's like, it's kind of a waste. Like, it's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
it's
I don't
leadership.
Disagree. Every time I've played Tyranids, which is a handful of times only. It's rarely because there's too many ifs that have to occur. Like the unit on a critical objective needs to fail battle shock test for Shadows in the Warp to provide its value. So there's too many conditions baked into that situation lining up. Now, look, eventually it'll happen and it'll be fucking the biggest thing, the biggest game TSN turning point situation possible. But it's never happened. Are you proud of me?
A little bit.
You see my point, though. It's very rare that Shadows in the Warp turns the game on its head the way, I don't know. You would expect a once per battle army rule to do.
Yeah, you can't plan around it.
Which is part of the reason why I say it's a piece of shit. Like leadership, if leadership was just like I said, 1 point higher, then maybe it's a little more meaningful. But that extrapolates beyond that as well, because now you look at, well, your unit's at half, you're probably going to fail a bunch of times if you're a shitty unit. But at half strength, what are you trying to do? See, the problem I find is like when you have these like straggler units that just kind of continue on through the game, they can be more of a hassle if they remain just running around doing little jim jam things like move blocking, tanking up. See, move blocking doesn't matter in the case of this leadership talk, but hightailing it behind and like standing on your objective with this one model remaining that keeps passing its leadership, even though it's below, halfway point, is like, what the fuck is leadership doing, right? Like, what is the leadership even coming into play?
I totally agree with you. For secondary missions like cleanse and deploy, do you need to be not battle shocked to do them, or does it matter?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah,
you cannot do actions if you're battle shocked.
Then yeah, that's an area where it would be super impactful.
Yeah.
It's a very important point of conversation because the Night Lord's attachment is going to be -2 leadership. It's going to be very important.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah, and then the Word Bearer's detachment will be reroll leadership tests. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah. No, the Arctic Dark Packs is the Word Bearer.
Is it? Oh, it's so disappointing to me.
It might be.
It might be. No, honestly, based off that one interview from Adepticon, it might be.
I think there'll be a Demonkin one.
I think so.
Yeah. So here, I'll tell you the change. Here, I screenshotted Abaddon's thing here.
Oh, yeah,
so
let's go over it. If you want to send it to me, I can put it on stream.
Well, it's got like the plus, like literally paused and screenshotted it here.
Oh, it's up to you if you don't want to.
Well,
if there's incriminating things on there, we don't have to.
Oh no, there's not incriminating here. You'll just see what I mean. It's just literally like you can see I just paused it in a video.
You got me curious. I didn't know there was a datasheet preview on that video.
They just popped it up in their video.
Maybe I should look at their videos that they released. I just assumed they're fucking nothing to show. That's my bad.
Alright. Okay, there it is. Alright.
Cool.
I sent it to you there. So
all right. I got it.
Wait till you got it. Okay.
Yep.
So, do you want? I've got the index right here. I'll pull it up and see if any.
I see what you mean. You got the back and forward stuff in there. It's okay
though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's real. It's
oh
real
yeah.
It's not a professional screen cap.
9 wounds, T5, 2, 4.
So what's the point of difference? Because I can't remember where Abaddon sits right now.
So I know for a fact the leadership thing and his ability thing is different. So his stats, he was 5'5", 2'9", 5'4". Yep, that's all the same. 4 involved. Talanosaurus, 4, 2, 5, 1, 2, same. Dracnian, Dev wounds, Talanosaurus, Dev wound, 8, 2. My pause is in the same, probably the same. So Paragon of Hatred, his old one was all-time friendly Heretic Astartes unit is within 6. You can reroll the hit. And now it says excludes the damned. Excluding damned.
Oh, so probably a cursed cultist?
Yeah, maybe.
Or
possessed?
Or Dark Angel guys.
Oh,
are they damned?
Or
are they considered
the fallen?
Damned? Yeah.
Fallen. I highly doubt they're impactful enough that they're referenced. I think you're first. Let me look and see if the damned is already a keyword. Let's look here. Master of Possession would be damned. Keywords, nope. Let's try Curse Cultist. Infantry Chaosic Curse Cultist. No, they don't have a damned keyword either.
So it must
Patching.
be something.
It's a new keyword. It's a new keyword. So I'm guessing it's probably like possessed and a cursed cultist. Definitely a cursed cultist because like Abby, let's see his next ability. Friendly heretics wins 6. Yeah, they give a 4-up invuln. So what people are doing is taking 60 accursed cultists, running them near Abaddon, and giving them a 4-up, 5-up.
Oh yeah,
So
and then regenning 3 or 1.
Yeah. Well, they used to regen in both command phases.
Holy
So
fuck!
fucking
Yeah,
gross.
they got changed. Yeah, it was just said regain 3 single or 1 big one in the command phase. So there's 2 command. Yeah. And then the last one is within 6 you can reroll leadership and battle shock. So that's the same. And then War Master, yep, that's the same. Each time Dark Destiny, each time you take a Dark Pax and does not fail the leadership test, if the result of that test was 7 plus, you gain 1 CP. So when you Dark Pack with Abaddon, you only need a 5, but you have to roll a 7, which is a 50-50, you know, to get your free.
Trichotis in the chat makes a good point. At the bottom, Abaddon doesn't have all the marks.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have all the marks anymore, but that's, yeah, that's really, like, from a lore standpoint. So the only thing is I don't know, because the data sheets have changed, right? So I don't have an example of where the marks are. So he may have lost it, which is super lame from like a lore and everything else. But oh no,
Hear me
Chaos
out.
Undivided is still there. So
Yes,
he's just Chaos Undivided, which is super fucking lame.
Oh yeah.
Because he's not undivided in the slightest.
No, that's his whole fucking thing. So that's really like big lame.
Yeah. Yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah, that's like just really kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
Definitely hurts his potency.
Well, we'll see, because maybe his points are reflecting of such.
I would
Well,
hope
we also don't know, like, so with the detachments now, right? Like so he's undivided, but it might not matter because maybe he can't go in the Dark Pax detachment anymore, and we don't know what the new ones are gonna do.
No, he'll have to be able to go.
Yeah,
There's
like
no,
Gasol.
yeah, there's no way you're limited, right?
I don't know.
Like
No,
you don't have to take Phobos
No, if
units
he's-
in the
if he's-
Vanguard, they're just not as good for certain abilities, right?
Which is hilarious.
Yeah.
well, I
Okay,
agree.
no,
I'm
no,
just
no,
going
no,
off the
you're right,
precedent
you're right.
they're setting
You're-
forth, right?
No, you're right. You're right.
Either way, like, you'll have to see points and all that stuff. Because, like, right now he's what, 350, 380?
Mm-hmm.
340.
If Chaos,
he's like,
or go ahead.
if he's like 250,
He
like,
used to be.
like 250, 280 with these like new changes, and like there's not the type of synergy with marks anymore with him, I'm sure he'll be fine as like a Gazgul type character, like a fucking beat stick, CP Gen.
Yeah, we'll have to. It always comes down to points, right?
Yeah, points and little bits of synergy. Like right now, Gazgul is good, but he's nowhere near what you want. Like, you just want to flood the board or have more fucking Mega Knobs.
Well, it really comes down to what the. So we already know he's not going to be as good in the Dark Pax detachments because one of the best things he could do is unlock all the strats for his squad of attached guys, Legionnaires or Terminators.
Also, had the Dark
Yeah.
Pax.
So we 100% he won't be as good in that one, but you know, maybe he's still really good in the I don't know, spear tip detachment. Who knows?
Yep, it's possible. Is a Spirit of Detachment? That's a Terminator one, right?
Oh, I was just making up a word.
Oh.
But that would be like.
That's what you would think it'd be called, anyways.
There is
Yeah.
a Terminator detachment. I don't know if it's called that, but it's one of the box sets.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's the Veterans of the Long War.
Yeah, but it has Terminators in it. It's
Yeah, but that's what the box set's called.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I looked at that one. I'm like, okay, Terminator Captain. Okay, so I'd have to get 10 more Terminators, putting me up to 50,
Jeez.
including like old ones, right? So I think I have 15 or 20 of the new style,
Yeah.
but then I probably have 20 or 30, including pewter of the old ones. So it's like, yeah, this is a non-starter.
Yeah.
And then the other ones, I'm like, okay, so I could get, like, I'm working on my 15 Raptors now. So, like, I don't want...
Anymore.
No, actually, these will be 20, because I did make it 10 pewter of the original OG ones.
Oh, yeah, because you were looking for, was it feet or jump packs of that, like, type?
Jump packs.
Jump packs.
But I made 10 of the OG ones because I wanted them to go with Harkin.
Yeah.
I wanted him to be able to have a big squad, and then I had, customized, yeah. But then I'm like, Warp Talons are really good, maybe, but I don't want, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not worried about being competitive enough to want to buy, 30 Warp Talons because they're potentially the best unit, you know what I mean?
No, I don't think you're like that. But you never know. You might find yourself, you want to compete a little harder, and that's kind of the option that you need. And
like when I compete harder, I'll take, I'll take good units, but I just can't bring myself to run 30 like that kind of. Yeah. I don't know.
It's good you have some integrity left.
Well, even like, okay, like I'm running Inceptors right now, and they're really good. I'm running
they're
three
so
squads.
good.
Running 3 squads of 3. I've never taken even when they were way less points, I never brought 18 Inceptors.
Yeah, the fact that it's just their ability to let them
Oh,
drop
yeah.
within 3, I'm just like, holy fuck, dude.
Yeah, it's so good. It's like I've been looking at taking out one squad of them because like you could really kind of like turn them into 2 different squads because their points are high, but it's just that deep strike within 3 is just so nice.
Oh, it's such a potent exception, right?
Yeah. Just makes everyone be honest. Like you gotta properly screen out your objectives or I drop guys onto them.
Even then, like the smaller unit's kind of hard to prevent that, right?
Yeah.
Because you have a small unit of 3 and then a larger unit.
No, I run 3 squads of 3.
Oh, and yeah, the small units are hard.
Yeah, well, the smaller unit's better for their ability, right?
I
Not for
ran
their
a squad of
weapons,
3. Yeah, I ran a squad of 3 and a squad of 6, and I just liked the smaller. I don't know. Just like the way I like to play. I don't know. I play better with multiple, like a more MSU style is just much more indicative to my personal play style.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No,
Yeah.
it fits you certainly.
I would have to practice. Like I'm sure I could, but like with those killier type lists, like you just have to like your skill in playing them becomes target priority,
Sure.
and that's not. I mean, I can do that, but that's just not.
Is a Cantor your favorite monster? I thought it was Lagiacrus.
It is Lagiacrus, but
The Gaiacrus.
well, I don't know how to pronounce any of them for the record. Okay, I read the game text, right? That's it. So I'm not.
I might be saying it wrong.
Yeah, I'm not casting judgment. I like a Cantor. He was the big baddie of the game I played the most of Monster Hunter, so I went with him as the chapter badge
Logo.
for my successor chapter, and then it made sense to do a little banner representation for the chapter ancient. To answer your question, but I do like Lagiacrus more. He's very cool. I like that design a lot. I'm a connoisseur of cool monster designs, and I think Lagiacrus is tip top.
Yeah.
I wasn't casting judgment either. My monkey brain just likes hearing things said differently. than I've heard
Oh,
that before.
Wahapadaya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I wanted to do my Tyranids as Brachydios.
Hell yeah. I
Oh
remember.
yeah.
But when I started it, it was just eating through Talisar Blue. Like, I would have had to spend like fucking $400 on Talisar Blue in order to do that like metallic blue effect of his like skin.
Are these video game words?
Yeah.
They are video game words.
Yeah,
Oh,
not
okay,
that
it's from the.
Oh, well, here let's deviate to sports. How you feeling about the Leafs?
Oh, go to hell.
Low blow.
Go to hell. Honestly, don't really care. Like
No, I get it.
it just like my faith is low. I watch the games, I root for them, but it's not like I'm just like I've seen this movie. I know how it ends.
Yeah,
You tease me, and then it ends in disappointment. So I'm not like that disappointed, because I'm like
yeah.
I expect them to fail. If they don't, great, pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, just like watching a movie with Sean Bean in it. He's probably gonna die.
Yo, he's in something new. He's in something new.
Oh, is
Oh,
he? That's good.
yeah,
I
fuck,
like
I
him
just
as
thought that.
an actor.
Hey, I like him too. He just dies in every movie.
Yeah, I wonder if that's something he just wants to be that. That's
I think he knows the like
he knows
the
the
fucking
meme, right? Like he has
the
to.
meme, right? Yeah.
Speaking of Sean Bean dying, apparently this re-release of the Lord of the Rings that you brought up
Yeah.
is to help the next. It's apparently to help boost the next Rings of Power season.
Oh, I don't know if
Oh,
I want to
okay.
watch it now. Jeez.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
what I'm
take
saying.
my steam out of it. No,
Oh,
I'll
really?
watch.
I
I'll watch.
like
I mean, I'll watch Lord of the Rings regardless. But I was just kidding.
I liked the Rings of Power. I didn't
Yeah,
mind it at all.
And that's okay. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you liking it. Okay.
That's an
I'm
opinion.
happy you enjoyed it. You know what? I don't want to cast too much judgment. I haven't watched it fully myself. I've heard things from people I trust, and I dislike what I've heard. That's all.
You know what? It's not the worst TV.
Yeah, it's probably not.
No, it's
Probably not. I mean, I would.
it's more than fine. Just some people hate it a little bit more. I just think it's funny. Like some of the actors that they have are not greatest.
No. No, you can. Yeah, agreed. But you can say that about a lot of shows.
Sure, I sure can. That's why I'm not a turbo hater of Rings of Power.
It's much like when we talk about Star Wars, right? It's just
Oh yeah.
I like the universe and I like the content. So just the fact that I'm getting content of it that I never thought I would get is like, well, it's better than nothing kind of thing. And I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, I don't know.
There's nothing wrong with liking what you like. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel similar about other properties, so I get it.
Oh, I finally got around to watching that. I'm not done it yet, so no spoilers. That One Piece show you told me about.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
How'd you
God.
like it? How'd you like it?
I'm into it.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
god damn it.
Yeah, One Piece is
Wow.
good shit. One Piece is good.
It-
That's awesome.
It makes me then I went and looked. I'm like, holy shit! There's like 20 years of cartoons for this. I'm like, oh,
Like
I'm gonna have to
1,000
go back.
episodes.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go back.
I didn't jump onto the anime, but I liked the Netflix adaptation a lot.
I did too.
I
That's
thought I liked Airbender and this. I thought they've done a really good job. And keeping the I again, never having seen the show, I thought you could tell it was based off an anime, right? Like they kept
The
some of that
ridiculousness?
character. Yeah.
Well, it's good, right?
Yeah.
You want that
Yeah.
authenticity.
Fuck yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm excited for the follow-up season.
Hell yeah! Is it in production? I have not checked any of this stuff.
I think so. I think
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's been.
When I was looking, there was already season 2 references, so I think the episodes have even been named for some of them.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
You don't like it there, Tavish?
I haven't watched it.
Oh,
So then why are you
Good.
hating?
I don't know, man. I just don't watch these Chinese cartoons.
Get the fuck out of here.
well,
He's got to take our word for it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I've yet to hear someone say they didn't like it.
Yeah, like, look, it's not a. There's so many bad anime adaptations, and it feels like a lot of them are from Netflix, but this is a good one. This is pure.
Yeah, like the Cowboy Bebop one.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. That comes to mind.
I did watch that one, unfortunately.
That one is bad, but that's just like a directorial bad. Like none of those actors could have saved that.
Zack Snyder?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I have not watched Rebel Moon 1, but I started watching Rebel Moon Part 2, and I was like, oh, no, sorry. When Rebel Moon 2 came out, I started watching Rebel Moon Part 1, and I was like...
Okay, I was gonna say,
stopped.
why the fuck would you go into a mess in the part 2?
Yeah.
Just
so I
looking
watched
to
the
hate it
first
right
one.
now. I watched this... I started watching the first one, but I didn't finish it. It lost me.
Oh, it's so fucking mediocre at best, and so like I'm like with Laura, we're like, what do you want to watch? I'm like, oh, well, Rebel, like, yeah, we could watch Rebel Moon 2. We know
I like Star Wars. Let's watch Rebel Moon.
It'll be meh. We didn't get through the second one. We like
Oh,
got
fuck.
tired and like, oh, we'll watch it later. Later hasn't happened.
Yeah, one of
No,
those.
I never will.
It's like The Matrix Part 4. I'll just never finish that movie.
I
just
never
wanna
started it.
I want to pretend like the Matrix ended at 3.
Yeah, well, let's just pretend it ended at 1. How about that? I think that's the best.
You know what?
choice.
Even fucking better. Okay. I'm a big fan of 1. Not a big fan of 2. 3 had its moments.
Yeah,
Like, 3 had,
you know what? I agree with that exactly.
yeah, 3 had some cool, like Buddy in the Dread Knight baby suit. Like
Yeah.
that was pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
Oh
It's
yeah,
kind of
up
like
at the sky.
Star Wars Episode 3. I feel very
Yeah.
similar about that movie. It has like some character moments I quite like, but it's not. It's not
Yeah.
good.
I always like the opening scene with the bomber
Oh
coming
yeah,
over the city, and
yeah, it's pretty nice. Nice. But yeah, I feel like they were just like, okay, Keanu Reeves is like super hot right now, right? Like John Wick is like pumping out money. We need to bring back Matrix 4.
It definitely feels that way, and
Yeah.
even though I didn't finish the movie, I definitely got the vibe like the writers winking at us, like, oh,
Yeah.
everything's about sequels. Like, there's that whole like meta commentary about
Yeah,
sequels
mean.
churned out.
Didn't they also make a new Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
I not watch
I did not watch
I
that
don't
either.
know.
I think they did.
I did not watch that.
But I didn't watch the first one, so
I watched Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I will leave it at that.
Yeah, if they came out with like a new one, I did not see it, and I loved Bill and Ted when I was younger.
Yeah. I wouldn't. It'll never happen. But like, I've always wanted like another Dogma. I really like.
What do you mean never? Like they'll, dude. If they're so out of ideas, they'll.
No,
Uh-huh.
so the whole lore behind Dogma specifically, because Kevin Smith has talked about it, and Harvey Weinstein owns the rights to it.
Oof.
And
Okay.
even into prison, you
Say
don't
no
relinquish your rights, and he vehemently never wants to give that specific movie up for some fucking reason. Because
Well,
Kevin Smith has
he'll
tried
die
to
then.
rebuy it back. He has tried to rebuy it back.
He'll
and
die
he just-
soon enough.
I don't remember how
that works,
like
yeah.
legal rights works when someone dies. I think you still have to wait, and then at that point it's too long.
yeah, you're waiting for public domain, I assume.
Yeah, public
Yeah.
domain. But either way, it was a movie that I liked. It was cute and clever with its
I haven't watched it in
Reli-
forever. That's a good one for a rewatch.
It
I'll add
still
to the
holds up
list.
to this day,
Hell yeah.
especially with all the Warhammer stuff, like the religious undertones in Warhammer. Very, very apropos. Right. Well, I've got all the big guys pretty much done. I had these, what are they, fucking Doomstalkers? The big War of the World ones
Mm-hmm.
in here?
Mm-hmm.
Were those part of the box set?
No.
No, they're part of the new box set.
Oh, well, then I guess my buddy went out of his way to buy these. He bought a couple of extra things. Like, he bought that, I don't know if it's Kill Team or whatever, that came with, like, flayed ones and, like, the terrain.
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
I had that, too. I have, like, flayed ones. The Psychomancer, I think, was in there. And then terrain.
Oh,
have-
speaking
have
of
these-
forcing leadership checks.
Flayed ones?
No, I don't know. I can't remember what the Psychomancer does. He might not do that.
I have no idea. He just looks cool. He's a cool looking model.
Dude, all those wizard guys look fucking awesome.
Yeah.
All the new ones, anyways. I like the one with the cube. He's got the cubes.
Oh yeah, I have him too.
I forget what he's called though.
I guess my buddy bought a lot more than just fucking 2 starter sets. I gave him like a ton of monsters though. Like, so I had 3 Turbogons, and I've never needed 3 fucking Turbogons. So I gave him a Turbogon. I gave him a Tyrannifex, a Hive Tyrant. Like, I just told him to like take a fistful of Gaunts because of the old ones. I'm like, take as many fucking Gaunts as you want. I don't care. Because I have like 200 and something.
It's a couple.
It's valid, and you got those new ones anyways.
Yeah, oh yeah. I
Look
keep
way
grabbing
better.
a box every now and then.
Oh, shout out to Highland Phoenix. Yeah, Picard Season 3 is based.
Yeah.
Picard Season 3 is so good. I did not watch Season 1 or 2 of... I just, like, watched TNG when it went on Netflix. But then I heard so many bad things of Season 1 and 2 of Picard, and I heard decent things of Season 3 from some channels that I like, and I was like, let me check this out. I'm like, holy shit. Payoff City, man. It actually feels rewarding as a...
I watched
as a sequel.
1 and part of 2. I'll have to watch 3.
I've only ever seen like negative responses from Season 1 and 2 of Picard. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it was
people
like...
telling him to fuck off as an old man, and it like breaks your heart. Like just those clips, and I'm like, oh, my heart.
Wait,
Yeah.
people in show telling them to fuck off?
Yeah. People in show are just like disrespecting our legacy characters, you know, as you do in your sci-fi
Yeah.
sequels. And I was just like not into it because you know you like your legacy characters, and then you see Season 3, and you're like, oh boy.
That's why they put Jake Skywalker in the new Star Wars. So
Oh,
they
yeah.
don't have to worry about that.
Oh, fuck.
Well, you gotta believe. You gotta believe it's not our beloved hero.
Oh my goodness! After you like sent me those Hamill interviews, I was like, "Oh no! I wish I had seen these before." I was so disappointed.
It's so interesting. The whole Star Wars. arc.
He tried to tell us.
Tried so hard, got so far. I've never seen the show, so it's like baby Picard, like it's a little baby.
Oh no,
Or
it's,
is it-
No,
it's
old
old
man.
man.
Old man.
It's
Old
old
man
man Picard.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
old man Picard. Like at post retirement, he's doing
I
So-
stuff
don't
again.
talk to my boy
7 of
Jean
9's
Luc like
in it.
that.
7 of 9's in it, and she's.
Oh,
still,
I had such a crush on her.
Oh, how
Well,
could
you
not?
still will.
Yeah.
You still
good.
will.
Yeah, she looks great.
Excellent. Maybe I will partake on that.
Just Season 3. Just go from TNG to Season 3. It works better, I think.
You
There
got
was
it.
some things in Season 3 where I'm like, this feels like it's following up Season 1 and 2 plot threads, but they're definitely like B plot. It's not the main thrust of season 3.
I'll have to watch it.
I recommend, if you like TNG, because they changed showrunners for that season, and it shows. No pun intended.
Yeah. I get it. Tee. Yeah, is like Riker in it too?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, they got the whole fucking gang.
Yep.
Did they get Will Wheaton to show up and
No.
reprise his role?
No, he is
No?
not there, which I think most people are satisfied with.
Yeah, not a lot of
people
people like them.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah,
probably
not a
the
lot
only
of people like
character
him.
that people
Oh.
like dislike or have mixed feelings on.
Poor Will.
Yeah, poor Mr.
I'm indifferent to the. Can't remember his character's name. I can't remember.
Crusher?
Wesley.
Yeah, Wesley.
Wes-
Yeah, I'm indifferent. He had some good episodes. Some interesting episodes.
I'm kind of a big deal for a child.
Dude, he's like, it's like, there's one where he's like the last episode he's in, isn't he like some chosen child of destiny or something? And he goes off on adventures or something. What?
My people need me.
Yeah. Like, okay, well, guess he's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. He won't be missed. Just cue the credits. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Pretty much.
I've always had an interest or duality between both Star Wars and Star Trek. I'm a fan of both.
Yeah, there's much to appreciate of both. I did not like Star Trek when I was younger because I was like more tribal. Like, yo, Star Wars is way cooler.
It's tribal.
You know, that's what it was. Like, I don't know, there's like the cool sci-fi property, Star Wars, growing up.
A Hondo P.
Yeah, and Star Trek was way like lamer, but in comparison, especially if you're like a youth, like you can't appreciate what Star Trek has to offer. In my opinion, I think it's easier to miss when you're young.
Oh, I was definitely like a hard line in the sand, and Star Trek is for losers.
Meanwhile, let me go play fucking Pod Racer at Palladium.
Yeah, you guys are geeks. I'm like over here on my high horse. Like,
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's definitely guilty.
I feel ya. I feel ya. I don't know. There's some banger episodes of TNG where I'm like, yo, this show's fucking based.
The only show that for Star Trek that I don't know if it was like truly over my head as a young lad was Deep Space Nine. Like Deep Space Nine, I just couldn't. I'm like, it's too weird. It's too. This whole space station is just full of fucking crackheads. Like, it's just a bunch of crackheads. Like, they fucking make no sense. They're fucking weird. They got their shifty agendas. There's no fucking order. There's no Picard or Janeway.
It's more of a drama. Like, it doesn't fit the template that it doesn't fit that clean TNG Voyager template. As well.
Yeah.
I guess too many things are different, and that transition from TNG to Deep Space Nine is kind of like is off-putting.
Yeah.
You see that first episode where you're like, Picard's leaving, and I'm like, no, don't go.
He's just gone into the sunset.
Gone off
and
to his own adventures.
What are we left with? That guy with the big, huge fucking forehead.
Cisco? Oh no, fucking Quark, right?
Yeah, I think it's Quark.
Yeah, dude, but those characters grew on me hard. I really like.
They're definitely you definitely gotta like get the growing pains out of like the first like 5 or 6 episodes to like learn how fucking shifty all these characters are.
Yeah, but that's way more interesting.
They are
interesting.
interesting.
Are talking about like TNG so lovingly, and I was never a Star Trek fan. I went back X amount of time ago, and I started trying to watch TNG, and I could not do it. I just find it so boring.
Oh, really?
It's like, oh, we found an amoeba on this planet. Let's investigate. And I'm just like, no, can't do it.
I think partially
Right.
that's because of your weaponized ADHD.
I can get behind like the more action oriented, like like when he turned like season 4 or whatever, like he gets like turns into Locutus or whatever. Spoiler.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Then I could it was a little more.
Well, those are
interesting
good
to me.
payoffs, right? But you have to get there.
I
I
just
don't
skipped the
disagree.
season
Like
4.
the first season of TNG is not the best pitch. Like it is not. It's not super strong. Okay, I think
Okay.
that's a safe.
Yeah.
I think that's a safe statement. But when it finds its stride, I'm not sure what episode or season it is, but I don't know. It
Yeah,
gets
maybe
there,
I could.
think.
Maybe if I give it a third try, I'll start at season 2 or something.
Yeah, I don't know how essential. I can't recall what exactly happens in season 1, like what you would miss, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yeah,
There's a lot to like.
Dominion War in Deep Space Nine was sick.
Oh,
Like
dude.
Yeah.
anytime
yeah.
you start getting this like crazy like background fucking shit going on that like amps up even harder, like Borg, like Deep Space, or like when Borg come, were they first introduced in the show or in the movie?
I think the
For
show,
Show.
because Best of
The
Both Worlds is in the show. and
You're right.
that's-
So yeah, like when the Borg starts showing up, it's like holy fuck, dude.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, it's intense.
and then Dominion War is sick. Yeah.
And who's our main villain antagonist in Deep Space Nine? Oh, fuck, I'm forgetting his name. He's the alien dude who's always reoccurring. Alien dude in Star Trek. That's so helpful.
Yeah. So. Oh man.
I'm forgetting the
I
name of
wonder.
all the species. The main baddies. The main bad guy species. Come on.
Klingon?
No.
No,
In
they're
Deep Space Nine.
Oh, in Deep
The
Space
ones
Nine.
who owned the ship, Cardassians.
Carl, I was gonna
Yeah.
say
The
Cardassian.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Wait,
Highland-
excuse me?
Yeah, Highland Cardassian. It's different than Cardassian.
Yeah.
Than what you're thinking of. Yeah, Highland Phoenix.
Same
knows
kinda
exactly what I'm talking about. Gul Dukat. What a fucking amazing character. Right until the end. Like, right until the end. And then it falls off, like, terribly, in my opinion. But,
Yeah.
dude,
I never got to the end of DS9.
it's good.
What's
it's
this
just...
say about me?
It's just that ADHD, man. It's a vicious mockery.
I'm trying to think of okay, I was a huge Stargate fan, so I've got.
Oh, I love. Yeah, okay. Let's fucking. The Goa'uld are like so fucking cool for like a bad guy.
I loved that show.
I loved both. I loved Atlantis and
Yeah,
regular.
they
just-
made Jason
SG-1.
Momoa. Like that's very good. The game is.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
great.
I was literally gonna say. I'm like, fuck, man. Like I thought I fever dreamed Jason Momoa being in that fucking show, and like
He's the same character.
Yeah, he's literally the same guy.
That's so funny. He's the same guy.
He's the,
yeah,
he plays
all
the
right.
same dude in every
Yeah.
single movie.
Then in SG-1, Judge Teal'c, like he's
Yeah.
the new God of War. Like I love that character. I love Stargate in general. I love the movie. I love the show. It's
Oh.
just so fucking good.
I would.
Did you ever watch?
check
Okay,
it
so I did you ever watch their Stargate Voyager one? You know,
The
they're
one
stuck
where
on that ship?
the gate is on the ship. Yeah, I watched.
Yeah.
I started to watch it and I fell off real hard on it. Like
Yeah,
real
I
hard.
can't. I don't think I finished that one because it was on like some paid platform that I didn't have or something or
Something
show.
like that.
Yeah.
I remember it. Like I watched 3 episodes of it, really excited, and it was pretty slow, like a pretty big drag. And
Yeah,
then
they were
yeah,
going for
like,
something different.
yeah, it was interesting to have the ship be the gate, or the gate was on the ship.
Yeah. I should rewatch that one. Give
Yeah,
it a
maybe
try.
give it another shake. I remember like a lot of characters are just like fucking miserable in that show though. Like they
There was a
didn't have the same.
cartoon too.
Oh fuck. I did not watch the cartoon, but
No, I haven't seen either. I just know it exists. Kevin probably watched it.
Oh yeah,
That's the one with
definitely-
Seth Rogen, right? What's that guy's name? Wait. No, there's one of the who's the Seth MacFarlane, that guy. He made a Star Trek show, right?
Oh, actually, I
that's
watched the first season.
That's the
of that.
Orville. That's actually not bad.
Yeah, it was better than I thought.
If
it would
you,
be.
I feel like if you like Star Trek, you would like that
Yeah,
show.
well, you can tell how much he. I feel like you can tell how much he likes Star Trek when you watch that show.
Oh, 100%. I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, the Orville's actually really good. I think it might be the last thing Norm Macdonald did before he passed away.
I think you might be right.
Oh, fuck.
Comedy legend.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, show's really good. It's written really well. Very funny.
Yeah.
It's not like Family Guy. Like it's actually written very, very well.
Mhm. I feel like he had to pitch it. Like it was some sort of sci-fi Family Guy, and then he slowly pivoted to like what he wanted.
Yeah. Yes, I 100% agree with you. He's like, gotcha.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing though.
Galaxy Quest is possibly good Star Trek.
Wait, is the Galaxy Quest have a show, or it's just a movie, right?
It's just a movie.
Tim
Well,
Allen.
as much as I know, but
Yeah,
it's
that's all I know too. Yeah, there's some Star Trek in there for sure.
Yeah,
when they go on that away mission, it feels very Star Trek.
Star Trek adjacent.
Hmm.
Fuck.
Yeah, well, it's kind of when you think about it, it is based off of like a meta commentary on Star Trek, right? Like
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
the
for sure.
actors on their show and shit.
This has nothing to do with Star Trek, but like we're going down memory lane of like TV shows. Does anybody remember Red Dwarf?
No.
No.
No? Maybe I'm. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna fucking Google that to make sure I'm not fucking fever dreaming that. Red Dwarf. Oh, it was a British sitcom, but it was like Star Trek.
No, not familiar with that one.
Oh, I got some people saying they know about it or they remember it.
Hell
I just remember it like on like super late TV, like you know when you're like sick and not going to school and you wake up at like fucking 3 a.m. and you're like, oh, what the fuck is this?
That's not what I watched at 3 a.m.
You can't call the girls on the hotline. It's just men or old women.
Baby Blues 2.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're so cool.
You're so cool with your TV pornography.
Yeah.
Soft gray. Shannon Tweed, baby.
Oh man. What was the other fucking show? You remember? Did any of you watch the? Because of Helldivers, but like the old Starship Troopers like TV show that was like CGI.
I don't think I have seen it.
No, fuck. That
Has
I
anyone
did not fever dream.
Did you guys watch the Ultramarines movie? I've never actually watched it.
I own
Oh.
it. It's fucking
Oh, yeah?
terrible. It's so
I didn't know that was
fucking
a thing.
bad. Yeah. It's the worst movie ever.
I
can't-
honestly don't think I've seen it. I've seen
Whoops.
yeah, I've seen clips, but that's about it.
It was it was definitely like made not for this time.
Wait, what does that mean? Hold on.
Like it's not. They
Politically
definitely
correct?
should have waited. Like they definitely should have waited like a little longer. Because like the CGI is like so fucking bad. Like now CGI is much better, but even then I don't think GW wants to shell out for that kind of CGI. So like they gotta wait even like longer.
They're doing a lot more with less. Like what they do with Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett. Like it's just a giant green screen. That's the reason they've been able to essentially keep that show going is because of their cost saving.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. I watched the little behind the scenes thing.
Mr. Favreau is a smart guy.
Yeah.
I guess you'd call him that. I don't know. I have super mixed feelings of Jon Favreau. I liked so much of his other stuff,
Yeah.
and I was just like not into his Star Wars stuff or his Lion King. Blech.
No. Did he do Jungle Book?
Yes, I enjoyed Jungle Book. I don't know if that's like I haven't revisited it with like a critical eye, but at the time I was under the sway. You know, I was like, "Oh, look at this."
Everything is better if you watch it with no critical eye.
Yeah,
Life is just more enjoyable.
It's probably true, but I can't help it. It just takes me out of it sometimes.
He's just so analytic.
Sometimes it just
It's a blessing and a curse.
I cannot look past certain things.
Yeah. Like
No.
poor design choices.
Yeah. I just think it's awfully convenient that Baby Yoda is fucking incompetent when he fucking needs to be. And he saves the plot when he needs to. It's fucking amazing.
Yo,
Just make
that's
goo-goo noises,
R2-D2 in a
just-
nutshell.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. When was R2 incompetent? Like, okay,
Oh, come
I'm
on.
open to being... Like, I'm asking honestly. I don't... Remind me.
How many times do you stick his little spammer into anything he felt like?
Oh,
Just getting a little feel, you know?
That's true. Yeah, he was always hacking shit, right? The R2.
Yeah,
the-
falling off boats or
You can't help it. He's only got 3 wheels.
Yeah, I guess context matters, but I just feel like it's awfully convenient, this baby character.
I feel like Baby Yoda is like,
an adult?
No, he's super slow. He's a Yoda species, whatever that is. A gremlin.
Yeah, but so he looks like a baby, but he's actually an adult, right?
No,
Or like he's
no.
They
mature.
age slower.
They age. Yeah, that's exactly. They age slower, so he's still like an infant.
Oh, I
He's
see.
like-
I see.
Yeah, he
He's
could
like
be like
100.
100 years old. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah,
I see.
they say I don't know. It was like a cool reveal, like in that first episode of Mandalorian, where they're like, "Oh, the target's a 70-something-year-old individual or whatever." So you're, like that's what you expect, and then you meet the baby. You're like, "Oh shit, what a twist!" And it's compelling. Like I think it's effective.
Yeah.
I think it's very effective.
Kyle just hates children.
Sometimes. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't.
I don't know.
It feels like
I think that
Mandalorian and Baby Yoda are a good pair. I think maybe that's like a season 3 thing. I would prefer a few
I think
adventures.
the
I
baby
hope-
thing is there to like, I don't know, like sell more, I guess, because people just flock to that baby character.
Oh,
And
I
now they just
agree.
keep that. They keep that
Kids,
rolling, right?
Kids at school love it.
Well, I think
Yeah.
that's proof as to like what happened in season 3. Was it in Mandalorian? They brought Baby Yoda back, right? Because the
Yeah.
season 2 finale, the payoff, he's off with Luke, right? And then
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
because
that's
the show won't work without him now, which is a shame because I just wanted a cool space cowboy to go on space adventures in this cool universe,
Yeah.
And now he's tied
You want-
into Yoda, and now he's like the most important character in the universe. And...
Now you want Firefly.
Oh fuck! That's never gonna happen.
Yeah,
Joss
no.
Whedon's a piece of shit.
don't, you can't go that far.
He is a piece of shit.
No, I mean, Sean,
Everything-
like in terms of wanting things, you can't.
Oh, okay. I thought you
Yeah.
said I can't go there. That
No.
Joss Whedon is a piece of shit.
No, you can go as far as you want. Call whoever you want, whatever you want, man. It's a safe space
Yeah.
here. It's all...
Joss Whedon's a piece of shit. That man fucking just loves to destroy. Just destroys everything he touches. He makes such compelling shit and then fucking rips it away from me. I loved Firefly so fucking much.
You
I've
and
only
me both.
heard good things.
It is
Oh,
so
it's-
good. Nathan Fillion is awesome.
Yeah.
He's such a good fucking character, like actor. He's so good in that fucking show.
Yeah, they fucked that up royal.
Yeah. Buffy, he ruined Buffy.
Did he? I liked Buffy.
Yeah, he ruined Buffy.
What happened in Buffy that was...
Just like started to just like, I don't know, write nonsensical shit for the like remainder seasons.
Wasn't that the rumor because he wanted out of it and they wouldn't let him?
He did want out of it. I guess I shouldn't blame him for that. I should probably blame, I don't know, CBS or whoever the fuck was in charge of that. But Firefly, I'll never forgive him for Firefly.
It wasn't his fault. That was Fox.
I'll never forgive anybody.
I think Firefly fans are probably like the most passionate fan base known to man.
Probably. It's fun.
What, Kyle? You want Space Cowboy, man?
Oh man, is it? It is literally Space Cowboy.
Yeah, I'll check it out so I can join the disappointed fan base.
It's
cool.
not very long either.
Yeah, it's like one season, right? In a movie?
Yeah.
One season in a movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got all the raptor toes on.
Nice.
Sick.
Those sharp toes. So they can jump on foods.
Yo,
Yeah.
it actually, like... It
Don't
adds
make
a lot.
No, I'm not.
It adds a lot.
I'm not belittling, dude. I think.
No, I wasn't taking that way, but it's been like an annoying amount of work. Excuse me. And but like I feel like it's worth.
The payoff.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, am I gonna be one? Because I'm flipping the shoulder pads because these are gonna be Black Legion Night Lords. So I'm taking them and putting them on the right side, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
there's those left side only ones, and I'm looking here, and I think I'm gonna be one shoulder pad short.
Oh no.
Ah no!
Oh no, do you have OCD?
It will bother me.
Yeah. It would bother me.
Unless I've just like clipped one off prematurely. Son of a bitch. Well, we might have to battle damage, boys.
Write it off.
You know what? For Night Lords, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think I'm gonna have to call it, guys.
What time are we at?
9:07.
Yeah, we can probably wrap her up.
Yeah.
Well, this was a productive hobby jam. I didn't really show any of your guys' stuff.
That's
It's all right.
Pass.
I didn't really have anything cool to show.
I'm just basing.
Cool. I was able to put a dent into this banner, which is turning out pretty nifty.
Yeah.
Maybe one more
The
session.
Cantor's looking real good.
Oh,
yeah.
Thanks. Thanks to everyone who joined in chat. Glad to see we got some hobby purists getting those projects done. And then we'll be back probably next time. Same channel, same time.
I think next weekend I will be. It's the long weekend, so I
Is
will
it? No.
most likely. No.
No,
Okay.
No,
It's
the,
not-
two
One
more
more?
weekends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
20th.
Cool. Never mind.
No worries.
May 2-4, baby.
We'll make it. We'll work with what we got. It's all good.
Yep.
All right.
I don't know. Can this show even go on without me? Like,
Oh, we've done it before.
Yeah.
are you sure? Are you
Yeah.
sure?
Positive.
Which? Oh.
Which
Tavish
one?
Tavish must have carried the conversation while I was gone.
Eat my ass.
All right. Catch you later, boys.